Hello everybody, welcome back for some more Jak 2. And last time we helped out, Birder, we met him and saved his buddies. This one, looks like we have, I'm trying to remember what that place, is that the race? That might be the race, I don't know. I don't remember. Well, if it was the race, I'm sure it probably would have the race flag. But it's been a bit since I've done, this part of the game. But yeah, I think I might have had an idea of where the headache kind of came from, because I mentioned that last time. I no real reason to really mention it back again, but it kind of went away. We went out, went outside, touched some grass, that kind of thing. But I think I have an idea now of what it might have been caused by, and I wonder. I mean, it's probably just like playing games constantly and just staring at it all the time, but I think one attribute that's been kind of hurting is the PS4 version of Sly Cooper, because the Sly 1, not Sly 2, that got added to PlayStation Plus, and you can buy it for like $10. I said that last time, but you can either buy it you buy it for $10, or you can use PlayStation Plus to get it. And the thing is, hold on, I don't know where this damn thing's at. To be fair, I have no clue. I'd have to search probably the entire city part of this area to find it. I have no idea. It doesn't look like it's even near like a highway. It looks like it's in some corner. So we can try this way, I guess. So, anywho, I think that, like, this new version, this PS4, PS5 version of the game, it looks... Oh, well, look at that. Another video, or another game downloaded while I'm trying to play another game that's kind of funny. I don't know where this damn cursor is at, to be honest. I don't know. You'd have to go find, like, where, part of the thing is cut. Well, that's the hut, so it probably wouldn't be there. We checked that earlier. Anyway, yeah, it's got like some weird flashing, white light thing that happens. And I find that quite annoying. And it kind of hurts my eyes a bit. So I'm starting to think that maybe that's probably what's actually causing it. And it's just kind of a, I wouldn't say a shit version of the game, but just kind of, just kind of weird. But then again, like I said, it's probably because I've been playing games a lot recently. Wait, did I go the completely wrong way? Or no, we just need to go through. Okay, well, I guess let's just go do Vin real quick and get... Oh, no, never mind. Oh, that's right. The sewer... Oh, okay. I actually like this mission a bit, not gonna lie. So we get to finally see how I'm capable of handling a mission like this. A mission in which you pretty much have to defend people, which, if I'm not mistaken, I think that should be correct. And then, yeah, before I did this, played a little bit of Guilty Gear with my brother because, I wanted to. And played a bit of Sly 1 again, just because, for funsies. Because I like Sly 1, I do like it a bit. I don't like how you're forced to play, like, the minigame sections, but that's alright. Alright, so, that way's closed. Yeah, I'm forgetting where I'm supposed to be going here. I forgot we got a hoverboard, so we can at least do this now. That was kind of dumb of me to try that. But, yeah, we played a bit of that, and, I was watching some fighting game stuff a bit earlier. I forget what it was about. Oh, yeah, something about, yeah, time and fighting games video. And it's more so specifically about, like, in the sense of a timer. And I never really thought about timer stuff before. I didn't even know like Marvel had a magic pixel thing that was intentionally put in. It had a weird time thing that would go like a few seconds more or something like that. Like every second that counts down is like a couple seconds in real life or something like that. And then now I'm looking over at YouTube, and there's something about like RNG can break games, and I assume it's probably about fighting games because there's Neko Arc, from Melty Blood. Well, she's from Tsukihime, but, you know, she got put in Multi-Blood. Same thing with, you know, the Nero version of Neko. Are in the old Multi-Blood. Now they're, of course, you know, in the new one. Because, you know, they just had to. I mean, at that point, like, she was such a popular character, you might as well. But, it's kind of got me thinking about, like, RNG in fighting games. And it looks like it's saying something about, like, you know, how it breaks games. But in my opinion, I don't know. My opinion's kind of limited anyway. I mean, I'm not, like, a top-tier, you know, competitive player at all, really. I just play the games for fun. You know, I wouldn't say I'm bad. I'm sure there's some people that would argue the opposite of that. But for me, personally, I wouldn't say I'm a bad player at the game. But, you know, I like my fighting games, and I have a bit of an opinion, I guess I could put. My opinion is, I don't really think that RNG is necessarily inherently a bad thing. I think it kind of makes it feel more unique, depending on the character, I guess. I'm trying to think of, like, characters that have RNG. I hate this argument every single time, but the whole argument of Smash is not a fighting game. That one just always kind of gets on my nerves hearing that one. But I'm going to talk about Smash. And you got, you know, Princess Peach. Because, she's got, like, that whole turnip thing, you know. And that is essentially a RNG... Wait, this wasn't the escort mission thingy. Or was it? I don't know. I could have sworn this was the Suedo escort mission thing. Yeah, beats the heck out of me. Whoa. So, anywho, yeah, I think that having that kind of gives sort of a feeling of, you know, planning ahead, kind of trying to hang on to the idea that there could potentially be, you know, a really good item that could be pulled, or whatever. Like, if a character plays kind of like Peach, yeah, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was actually the protection mission. Oops. If there was a character that did play like Peach, where, like, you would have items that could sprout or whatever, I think it'd be kind of neat to see something like that kind of work. And then you could have people try to, you know, fight to their advantage to get it to actually work, to get the item they want. They would just try to either stall for time in some cases, or maybe even, I don't know, just do what they can to keep the opponent off them from doing it. And of course, it also goes back to the other opponent as well, trying to stop the other player from being able to use it themselves. And I think the idea of having, like, a character that has RNG in a fighting game, I think is actually a pretty nice one. I didn't watch this video yet. I'm just kind of putting my own opinion about just in general. But I guess that, you know, of course, with anything, there's always nuance to it. So, like, it really kind of depends on the character in question. It depends on what the character can do. Depends on what the type of RNG we're talking about here is. You know, there's so much that goes into it that, you know, it's just so nuanced. I can't exactly just say flat out, you know, yeah, that this is definitely that, right? Like, I can't just do that. I mean, I can do that, but it wouldn't make any sense. It wouldn't be the truth, I guess. Alright, Vin, what do you want? Is it bomb time?
Jack, we still got trouble at the strip mine. I think
Probably.
Baron set me up. Actually, I think everybody's trying to kill me.
What are you talking about?
Those eco wells the Baron had us drill, it seems he never intended to pipe them into the city grid. It doesn't make any sense. You know, open eco wells will attract more metalheads. You've got to close them off. Now, these
Oh, yep.
do the trick. Drop one into each well, and the blast will do
What's
it.
funny is, I'm a spoiler alert, but, you know, the grenade launcher in Jak 3.
Hey, be careful with that. Plasmite, huh? Cool. How does it work?
Is a plasmite
I believe this is yours.
launcher.
Hey, not my problem anymore. No, really, I insist. You're the hero. No, Jack's the hero. Oops. Sorry. My bad. Great. Now you've armed the whole lot. Don't move. On second thought, move. portal and drop one bomb into each eco well before they all go off.
Alright, here we go. So here's effectively another really notorious mission is, of course, the bomb mission. And honestly, yeah, it is pretty annoying. But when you get the hang of it, you know, with anything, it's like, okay. Now what I do, because the whole thing is you got to have like some speed kind of built up to potentially launch yourself into one of these. I usually just kind of hold L1, wait for the peak of the jump, and then just do that. I don't remember if we can actually hover over Dark Eco though. I think so. I don't know why we wouldn't be able to. Yeah. Okay. Wait. You don't get knocked. It's weird not getting knocked off the hoverboard. Like I could have sworn you can get knocked off that too, but I have forgotten so many things. I guess apparently. Yeah, I do kind of want to be still kind of quick with this. You know, you don't want to take your sweet time. We only got like a minute. I've already gotten like halfway through, and doing pretty good. I see that one down there. Yeah. Or that can happen. Okay, cool. All right, let's try this again. It's more for me. It's more so like trying to remember where they're all at. I mean, I know there's one at potentially high up place that you have to get to, which is like, you know, crossing through all that stuff I was crossing through earlier. Pretty sure that has one like way up there somewhere that you gotta go get. But while we're doing this, which I know, you know, Dax is freaking out, of course, because I mean, I would probably be too. But then again, you know, couldn't you just, like, if the bombs were that big of a deal, if you're that scared, couldn't you just, I don't know, run away? You know what? Come on. I hate this. Just the menuing here. I like me some Jack too, but holy fuck, the menus are just kind of annoying sometimes. I just wanted to restart, but I didn't want to have to go all the way around. Sorry, I have brain rot, apparently. Anyway, so yeah, like, couldn't you just like take the bombs and I don't know? Okay, am I not going fast enough? Or what's going on? Like again, like you have to be fast, sure, but sometimes that works. Yeah, I'm going too slow here. Look at that. I could just jump inside the eco, die, and just start faster than that. Okay, so taking back my advice like I normally do, because I seem to have bad advice seemingly all the time now for some odd ass reason. You want to have at least some speed built up, but sometimes I feel like if you're like at a medium speed, you could probably potentially get away with holding L1 and then jumping, but like right now maybe. Yeah, like it seems like you can. It's just more of like a hit the peak of your jump type thing there. Okay, so there's 4 down here, and then there's should be 2 up on the top route. To be fair, like if you're doing this mission and you're like super worried, you're super panicky, I'd say start the mission off like looking around for where they're gonna be at. Like just stand in one place for like a minute or so and just kind of, or however long it takes you, and just look, just observe, and then after you do that, you know, then restart mission, restart mission, or whatever, and then try it, you know, actually try it, right? That's my recommendation. And then of course, you know, try it a couple ramps, get the feel for like when you're supposed to do it. If your hoverboarding gets kind of a little out of control and you're worried, I always just suggest, you know, jumping off it. And yeah, so where's that last one at?
30 seconds left. Then we go boom.
Okay, I don't know. Gotta take my own advice here, huh? I honestly do not know. It's not showing up right now, and that's kind of bothering me.
10 seconds left, Dad.
Is it... Hold on, where the fuck did it go, actually? We'll do it eventually, it's just, I don't remember... Yeah, I don't know why I don't... Oh, there it is, okay. I think I've seen it, it's like in the back. I thought there was 2 on, like, the main, you know, route thing there, but... I guess not, alright. So anyway, yeah, that's what I was basically saying, was just try to observe, get an idea of where they could be, and then go for it. And again, like if hoverboarding gets a little out of hand here, like right now, I guess, you want to like reset your hoverboard, just, you know, hop off it. You could also hop off it after you do, you know, after you throw a bomb. And then fun little, I guess, skip here too, by the way. That I should have been doing, but... Okay. We'll get it, it's fine. I'm not that mad. I ain't that angry at it, it's fine. I've done this mission enough to where I have a good idea where things are at, and then I always tend to, you know, conveniently enough forget where they're at as soon as I start the mission. But I have, you know, enough of an idea of where a good amount of them are located. It's just that one back there I always tend to kind of forget about. I swear, man. The thing is, like, I'm such a stickler for time here. You know, like, I want to do it with at least potentially, like, a hint of perfection here. It's a problem I have, I guess, being a perfectionist. But I want to try to do as best as I can, you know, with trying to hit as many of these things as fast as I can without wasting too much time. Like, believe it or not, oh my fucking god, dude. Believe it or not, you know, 2 minutes is technically probably enough time, but at the same time, I've said that a million times now. I'm saying it again. Oh my god, dude, why won't you jump? Okay, now I'm getting aggravated. Now I'm getting a slight bit mad, a little bit miffed here. This fucking game. Whatever. Anyway, so... Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Whatever. In theory... No, stop! It's easier just to fucking die. It's easier just to die. We'll get it. I will get it. I promise. It's just taking a fucking long time because I'm so goddamn slow. Trying like all these millions of things and I just can't... I can't get it to work. It's like the game just will not let me. It's mad. Yeah, at best you just want to... Oh my god, did you see that? Why would it do this? Of course, going uphill slows you down, no doubt. I mean, obviously. Come on. All I want to do is just platform onto the other side. It's not that difficult for me to want to do that, and then of course I get fucking hit by that shit. I'm wasting too much precious seconds here. To be fair. But yeah, like I said, like even though in all technicality, yes, this is a mission in which you should be fast, and you shouldn't waste any time at all. You don't really need that much. Like 2 minutes is plenty enough to get through it. Because you can see right now, I've already done 4 of them, almost 5, in about a minute. And so, like, if you got like another minute to go, you're fine. And of course, Dax is just, you know, he ain't gonna shut up, ever. Yeah, use little tricks like that. You know, what I was doing earlier. Use tricks, you know, to kind of just make it a bit easier and I guess a little less scary. And I don't remember if this is one of those ones where you can come back to, unless the strip mine just completely blows up. I don't think the whole place completely explodes, level-wise. Alright, there we go. No, yeah, it doesn't. Okay, cool. Alright, so now back into, of course, the portal. Here we go. Can we touch those things? No, you cannot. That's fine. Okay, so, yeah, I made that mission harder than it should have been. There was absolutely no need for that mission to be even harder than it should have. That's just my own stupid low IQ fault. In all honesty. Here, let me readjust myself here. Oh, sorry. The thing, yeah, the thing skipped.
We must replace Praxis before it's too late. I am happy to say that you and your sidekick are causing quite a stir in our fight against.
Nice. Very nice.
Jack, you're the sidekick. Hey, Wise and Whiskey, you got something itching under your nose? They have ointment for that, you know.
It's just my aching bones. We have word the Baron is sending one of his
Bro be so old.
to the drill platform to pick up a load.
Bro be so old and shit.
Go out to the drill platform through the warp gate and knock out that ship. The Shadow will send a team from the underground to pick up the Eagle later. Keep up the good work. We're counting on you.
Alrighty. Let's head on out. I wasn't exactly paying attention to what... Damn you. What?
What a brain wreck.
Wasn't that the one we just watched? Pretty sure it was. So we're basically just going back into... Oh, is this the turret one, I think? Wait, didn't we do... No, because we're farther in than that. Oh... You know, it's funny I say, like, you know, oh, this mission is, you know, infamous for being this. It's like, I remember this one also being quite miserable for people. And honestly, this one's also a bit scary, too, because you could easily get overwhelmed if you're not careful. What's my recommendation for this level? Well, don't hold down the shoot button and just, you know, try to... Well, obviously watch your surroundings. That's a no-brainer, but usually these guys take about maybe 2 head-on shots to kill and 1 shot to stun, and usually after you stun them, they won't like shoot for like a bit. So you can kind of potentially use that to your advantage, but now you gotta fight off 40 of these fucks for some reason. I don't know whose idea that was. And yeah, they seem to come in like packs of 3. Holding down your shots, only like within groups like this is fine. Because you're obviously trying to take out as many as you can, as fast as you can within that, you know, period of time, I guess. But for the most part, when they're by themselves, try not to shoot or hold down the shoot button too often. Try to like burst your shots just a bit. That's what I would recommend. Everything else is just kind of like, yeah, just keep shooting, don't get hit, you know, the obvious. Like, oh, well, don't get hit, loser, you know, that kind of thing. And surprisingly enough, you can go through these guys pretty fast, too, which is nice. I mean, we went from 40 down to straight up, like, 19, you know, 15. So, doing pretty good for ourselves, in all honesty. Okay. Damn it. Come on, there we go. Right. Come on, dude. I hate when they fly underneath the rails. That's like the worst part of it. These guys are so annoying. Again, it mainly the reason why they're annoying is like once you hit them once, they fly off and you can't hit them for like another few seconds. At least it feels that way. Oh, man. I don't know. And then of course for these little turds, you could shoot them beforehand. If you wanted to. Or wait until, you know, you get out, whip out scatter shot, and then with that said. Now in terms of precursor orbs, obviously, you know, I haven't ever collected all the precursor orbs in the game before, but if I had to wager a guess, there's probably not many, if at all any, on these sections, but there could be. I don't remember exactly. I'd never really go out of my way to really look for them much. Okay, so yeah, hitting them, you know, once. It does send them flying. You can still hit them in it. So there's no iframes. I don't know why I said that. That's stupid of me. I guess I was under the impression there might be. And the other thing that's kind of annoying is, well, this part. this part's fun. You know, I like doing this. I like shooting down, you know, the turrets on the ship. And of course for this, it's mostly just like keep your, you know, eye on where the thing's at and shoot in that general direction. And you'll probably most likely hit it. But you gotta do it so many times though. It's like, what, 6 times I think? Something like that. And luckily the other guy I think is gone. He either got killed off or he's just okay. There's a guy, I guess. Come on, that's gotta be it, right? It's a very Eggman looking ship, ain't it? That's the vibe I get. I get like Sonic Heroes or, you know, Shadow the Hedgehog Eggman ship vibe from that. It's weird. And of course, before you get off the turret, at least try to shoot up and clear up as many of the guys as you can, because they will continue to follow you, and they're really obnoxious. At least they should be able to follow me. Well, okay. Maybe not. I don't know. At least not to here yet. Maybe soon. Figured, you know. And of course, you could have, you know, obviously shoot them down with your own blaster. There you go. Just getting rid of him in case. But yeah, I would rather do this segment without using my guns. I kind of like having this on rails turret thing because at least it has its own health bar and has, you know, not to go through mine, because Jack's health is very, very low in this game, as I'm sure one can no doubt tell, because of course it's Jack 1 health type where it's like 3 or 4 hits and then you're done. But the thing is, they do make it to where in this game, if it's like a small little creature, I explained it a while ago, but if it's a small creature, it'll do like 1 damage. Which is nice. Like, you still get, you know, technically 8 health. But most enemies in this game do 2 damage, so you'll probably end up taking, you know, 4 hits and die. Typically. You know, I think it's crazy that I used to have a weird thing with these games. I used to think these games were kind of weird looking, you know? Because when I was growing up, I wasn't interested in, like, story-based games like this. GTA being one of them. I just didn't really play San Andreas for the missions. I played specifically just kind of goof off and drive around, right? And they always kind of came off really weird to me. Like, they weren't... Because, like, this was a platformer, but it really wasn't, you know? It was kind of like a weird-looking platformer, and I just didn't understand it, or even at the time appreciate them as much as I should have. And then eventually, you know, played them, beat them, and then basically the rest is history. Just enjoyed it. And kind of thought highly of it. I remember watching a Ratchet and Clank weapons versus Jack weapons video. And I think it's still on there, too. If I remember correctly, I think the video in question, I think for the thumbnail, was like the scattergun for Jack. I think. And I remember having a huge bias toward, like, Ratchet. I'm like, well, Ratchet's clearly the better game because it's got more weapons. Which is a silly thing to think, but I feel like some people who probably grew up with, you know, both, obviously probably might have appreciated both games for what they are, for what they truly are. But for an idiot like me growing up, you know, I didn't see it that way. I kind of saw it as, you know, it's very clear that Ratchet is a very weapon-based game, and that's what it's mostly based on, and it does a good job at doing that. But I kind of forgot about the platformer part of it, too, you know. They are platformers through and through still, but, you know, I've said it before, and I know I'm probably wrong. I don't think I'm wrong, but I feel like some people might think I am. But I personally feel that Ratchet 1 has more platformy in it than Ratchet 2 and 3. I feel like Ratchet 2 and 3 are more so focused on trying to be a shooter with platforming than a platformer with shooting, if that makes sense at all. And that's why I feel like Jak 2 sort of is, I guess, kind of. Although Jak 2 is less of a platformer than, you know, its predecessor was. Its precursor, so to speak. It's still platformer at heart, but you know, it's definitely open world platformer, if anything. Open world platformer. Which one should we go to first? With shooting in it. Shooting mechanics involved. So it looks like we have 2 ways we can go, and honestly, at this point, I mean, I'll just go to the fucking whatever recursive basin thing or whatever the hell it is. I'll go to the water area. We'll go do all that fun stuff, I guess, and then we'll come back around and do the race, because I'm pretty sure that's what Kira wants. Or at the very least, it might just be regular Kira. She might just want to talk, but it might be the first race we do. Which the races I used to struggle with a lot in this game, but not so much anymore. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, oh, it's this one. What the? What did I do? Alright, so this mission is what a lot of people consider very bad, also very rough, and I don't have any great advice for this mission in particular, because it's all really just about, like, you know, avoiding, you know, the enemies and using your guns to your advantage of, like, you know, the aggressive ways of playing. I guess I do have a piece of advice that I think is probably at this point potentially common knowledge, maybe? I don't know. I don't know how common knowledge it is, but the whole square punch move, which I think I read the wrong way here. Square punch move is quite an effective tool for this one. If you just want to kind of just blast through it just a bit here. I might be going the wrong way here, but the reason why the punch works so well is because, as you can see, it kind of just gets you away from, well, anybody. And also, if you wanted to, you could just go Dark Jack and I think take less damage. But yeah, use the punch to get out, and there you go. And once you're out and free, you're basically good to go. But there you go. That kind of funny how, like, a mission that's so I've heard talked about so much in such a bad light ends up being kind of somewhat easy to kind of pin down and figure out what to do, just by one simple move, and that's just punching through it. And it's weird like that too, because you would think like you should take out, you know, all the drop ships, right? Like that should be like the first thing you think of, is like, oh, I should take out all the enemies coming from the drop ships, because, you know, if I don't take them out, I'm screwed. Like, I'm gonna be surrounded. And then you just do what I did there, and if you're lucky enough, you know, don't get hit by anything, and just keep yourself moving forward with that square punch move, then yeah, you'll be all right. Boom. I just want to run into it. No real reason other than I just wanted to do that because it'd be funny.
Great. I'll send you a medal. Now, if you don't mind, I'm on a deadline. So
Are you always this difficult?
Let me handle this, Jack. Listen, lady, we beat your stupid course, and we can outrace anybody.
Oh wait, did I already do the racing thing already?
There's just 2 things you need to know. 1, we don't want to join this stinking race team. And 2, you just lost a date with Orange Lady.
Dexter, it is you.
Kira!
Oh, I never thought I'd be so glad to see your furry mug. And Jack, you look different.
It's been a tough ride.
The Baron pumped our boy here full of dog eco, and it did something to him. Now he's got super moves or something. And a few anger issues as well.
I've been looking for you guys forever. And planning a way to get us back home. Somehow that rift took us far into the future. I've calculated the time displacement, and I think
Found your
I've got it.
father. Well, sort of.
Yeah, like half of them.
Fighting the Baron, but he's,
You need to go see him. And I need to get to the Baron.
You could try to win the Class 1 racing championship. The winner of
Did we
the
even
race
hold on?
always gets to meet the Baron in the palace.
Did we even do the first race? I'm so confused now. I've forgotten where and when and how all this stuff kind of takes place, to be fair.
But Jack, we should think about getting out of here. I don't like this place, and some of the people are creepy.
Jack, my boy,
Speak of the devil.
Sorry about that, crew. I must have forgotten.
Yeah, I think that's gonna happen no matter what. I don't think there's any way we could just go back and give it to him regardless. That's all Jack's doing on that one. So yeah, there you go. All right, let's go do this race. Which, like I said before, the 2 main races in this game that you do aren't really even that bad. But there is going to be a race later on with another douche that is outside of this, outside of like the main thing, and yeah, it's really obnoxious. Is that fucking Morshu? It's interesting when, you know, you look at games doing that, you know, the whole like 2D thing. It's pretty cool. I like that. I like that a lot. You don't always see you know, like Naughty Dog doing much. So anyway, for me, what I do is at the start of the race, I like to just kind of stop and let everybody else kind of get ahead of me, so that way I don't accidentally run into them. And the same thing for like something like that too. Like you don't want to have them be in front while you're trying to boost into something, because they'll end up screwing you up. And then much like, you know, the Murray stuff, the Murray driving sections in like Sly 1, whenever you go, you know, into a corner, you kind of want to brake a little bit, which there's no real brake technically, but you kind of want to just, you know, stop driving just a bit and kind of let yourself slow down. There might be a brake option. I think Square does actually brake for real these, but yeah. And just, you know, keep yourself, like when you're in the air, when you're doing that jump right there, just, you know, let it go, and if you're getting kind of close to the wall, brake. You know, hit square, which I'm pretty sure is a thing. I don't know. I could never tell. But yeah, just, you know, brake on corners. And then something else I do for the Murray missions in Sly 1, I'm just kind of using references. I'm playing it, you know, recently myself, but I would suggest using the turbo if you have one available on a corner. And then for that, you know, braking on that jump is not a bad thing, because it at the very least allows you to have better control when you land. And to be fair, the turbo speed will just kind of wear off eventually anyway. You don't have to brake on corners, but it's something I do just kind of save potentially some trouble. And then usually I like to boost there, even though I said you can boost on corners. But that really depends. You know, if you have it... Fuck, stupid shit. If you do have it on you, you know, and you're going around a corner, then yeah, sure. So something like this, you know, boom, there you go. Again, not bad, not hard, necessarily. Sure, you know, a little challenging, but it's not all that bad. Once you get kind of figured out. Oh, also for that one, yeah, don't do what I did. Don't try to, like, jump too high and then just potentially get yourself screwed up. Okay, I don't know if being on fire affects me at all. I don't know if that does anything. It might. I also missed a boost. That's bad. It's fine. I don't really need it that bad, but, you know, it'd be nice to have. Oop. Yeah, just, yeah, don't jump on that part too high. These guys should not be able to collect boosts. I mean, even though they're grabbing it, they shouldn't be able to use it. I don't think. Okay, maybe it does slow me down. Alright, I'll fucking restart again, I guess. Such is the life of playing Jak 2. A lot of restarts. But, you know, that's just how I am. Bit of a perfectionist with this type of stuff. Like, I kind of want to have it, you know, done the best I can within my ability, so to speak. Boop. And boom. Yeah, unfortunately, one of these assholes will always typically kind of be close to you. It's annoying. It's kind of, they're hard to shake off. But if you can hit every boost, then you should be fine. Oh, fuck me. If you can hit every boost, and you, of course, can take, you know, the shortcut every time, you should be fine. Granted, I don't think you need the boost to make that shortcut jump anyway, but I do it just because. Kind of helps. But these are pretty fun things to do. I don't remember if you can do them as side quests, though. I feel like you can. I mean, obviously you can do something like it with racing in Jak 3. And Jak X is, well, that. It's all racing. I guess Naughty Dog had like a fixation on driving a lot back then, which I don't blame them. You know, Crash Team Racing, Jak X, and I guess in some shape or form, Uncharted 4 in a way. I mean, you don't really race much, if at all. I don't remember, but you do at the very least have car you drive in an open world environment thing. I mean, I wouldn't have minded having Uncharted, but, you know, that never came to be. That never was a thing that would have probably happened, to be fair. Would have been funny, would have been cool, and probably would have worked, actually. Granted, they probably would have done something where it's like, instead of realistic characters, they would have made it to where they're like cartoon variants of themselves, probably. Who knows? Something else that would be kind of neat would have to be like a PlayStation All-Stars racing game. Although, like, Mon Nation, I think, was kind of supposed to be that, if not that. I don't know how well that did. I didn't really play Mon Nation Racers, though. I've heard people liked it, but I never played it, so I don't know. I just remember Nathan Drake was in it. And, like, Sackboy, I think, was a thing you can get for it, too. But, beats me. I didn't mess around with it. So, anyway, there you go. There's the race. I made it more difficult than it should have been, which is basically pretty typical of me to do it. Do it that way, but hey.
Hey, I watched your race today. You were pretty amazing out there.
Oh, thanks. Kira, this is Ashley. She's just...
Everyone knows who she is.
And Kira's...
Damn.
A friend. A very good friend.
Thanks for helping out. You saved a lot of lives. I'm not my father either. Ever since I was a little girl, I've looked down at the city streets from that ridiculous palace and imagined a better place. By the way, they're hunting for you. I'd watch out for
I like how she says it right where they're near.
And she likes you, Jack. Not that I can account for her tastes. I bet you'd love to pin some medals on her chest, huh? What? What'd I say? What did you say, Jack?
Alright. So, looks like we gotta go back to Vin's once again. We gotta go, I think, to Onin once again. And, of course, we have Crew to go back to, who's probably just gonna give us another mission deet. So, well, to be fair, both Onin and Crew would. And I think just for the time being, just to save the trouble, I might as well just at least try to get there to one of them. Not really Vin, but, you know, at least try to get to, like, either Crew or Onin real fast. Okay, blow up my car, why don't you? That works. That works, too. Oh, yeah, yesterday, I forgot I even did this. That's probably why I felt so, that's probably why I'm, I feel like shit. I had that new Cheez-It, like, Crunchwrap thing at Taco Bell, and it was okay. You could definitely taste a Cheez-It in there, I can tell you that. But my brother, you know, he's like, oh yeah, you know, it's basically just, you know, a Crunchwrap with a Cheez-It. Like, of course, like if you already like Crunchwraps, which, you know, I personally do. He's like, yeah, if you like Crunchwraps, then you'll probably definitely like this. And I also like Cheez-Its too, but like I don't like the way they mixed together. I didn't care for it, to be honest. It was two different tastes all together that I did not like being together. It was very fucking weird. And I'm still kind of sort of like feeling it or tasting it right now, and it's like, ugh. My brain's making me taste it again. It's like, oh, I'm good, man. I don't want to do that. Alright. Yeah, they can't really catch me on here now, can they? Best place to kind of escape from, to be honest. Just go through here. I mean, it works. But alright, just get, yeah, like I said, give myself a bit more time to kind of, I guess they could chase you down through here, couldn't they? On the highway part, nope. I don't know why I call it the highway, but whatever. Okay, what do you need? Yeah, just give myself more time, because it's going to be a bit before we get back to Jack, so I want to give you guys something a little bit more to watch, Jack-related. And after this, of course, is Sly.
You stop with the deja voodoo stuff. It's creepy.
We'll do Sly, what, like episode 3? And then Ratchet, I forgot how far I am on Ratchet, to be honest.
True heir of Mar can open the tomb seal.
We believe the kid is the key.
The prophecies say that the true heir of Mar must face the ancient oracle. He alone must circumvent the cunning test of man. He alone must wield the precursor stone, thereby unleashing the... Jeez Louise, fossil lady! Stop with this snooty mythic talk already, huh? You know that it hurts my lips.
Why is Mars' tomb so important?
The fabled precursor stone is rumored to...
Wasn't the,
Tomb, stupid! I added the stupid part. The precursor stone...
seals, like the seal things we're picking up, wasn't that used to open the tomb? I think.
I just love saying that last part.
The Baron wants the precursor stone for himself to rule the world. But he is playing with forces he does not understand.
I feel Dexter there. I'm kind of falling asleep too.
So how do I get this precursor stone?
First, you must go to the dig and find the Lurker Totem. Onan and I have learned that a piece to the seal of Mar is contained within its ancient carvings. You must find all 3 pieces of the seal to open Mars'
I like how he just normally falls asleep listening to the same ones all the time. I love the comedy. What? You know what I mean. I love the interactions between Dexter and the same ones. It's pretty funny. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. We'll play some more Jak 2. It's going to be a bit, I'm sorry. I might even have some more other stuff going on in between then, too, as well. I don't know. I thought about it, but we'll see. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and see you next time. So take care, everybody.